Hello and welcome to On Air with Odin, Gamemastering Pathfinder Dragonfall. Last session, we basically recovered from our night partying. uh, Spoke to Persephone and with Harry and got some rewards, most specifically the gear from the Goblin Raiders that we'd helped defeat. And he informed us of some powerful warriors that usually are in the town, but have been away on pretty much other business, such as the witch hunt to the west in Wintervale, and the recently discovered cave to the north. All of this being in the region of Flamore, which we were going to anyway. And from there, with the combined efforts, we tracked the goblins, and Enfys became leader because of his tracking ability pretty much. And nobody else wanted to step up to the plate at the time. And led the party to follow the tracks to try and find this Goblin King people were speaking of. On the way, we actually ran into one of the Halfling Shires in the area of Flamore, and we found it completely destroyed. Completely burnt out, wrecked, all the supplies eaten, Halflings just dead, in pieces, burned, impaled, all sorts of nasty things. But we actually managed to find one home that wasn't ruined, because it was the only one with a metal door. And inside we found the one surviving halfling who was the Shire's... By the way, is Shire like just what you call a halfling village, or is that actually specifically the name of that one halfling village? 'Cause that's what's been kind of like niggling at me as I use the term Shire. But yeah, and we found him to be the last surviving of that community. He survived by staying within the treasury, of course, because of the heavy metal doors. And after doing what we could to really console him, he left us to take what we would find useful, gathered his things, including his blunderbuss, and headed for Eastbrook to try and find anyone else who may have escaped and survived, and help fight back against the goblins that completely destroyed their home. But then we found cool loot in the vault, so everything was fine. No, it was actually quite depressing. But we did answer with rather useful items. I think 2 of which were given to Genevieve, including the Cloak of Resistance, which is a small one, and the Ring of the Ram. After that, we tracked the Goblin tracks south, ending up in the rolling hills, and made camp on the peak of one. So we have like a very good vantage point, I guess, for seeing the surrounding areas. No one's going to be like sneaking up at the hills at us because we can see. And that's where we left off.
Okay.
Really? Now?
Timing!
Every timing as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop. Just stop. Stop it!
It's like, pay attention to me. Me. God, I have this vision of Genevieve like running around like Freakazoid, but with like the one hand sticking outward with the ring on it.
Yeah, that was mentioned last game as well, kind of ironically.
Just like, I must succeed. It's just walking around.
Okay.
I'm just that predictable, I guess.
Perhaps you are, but not really. It's just, you know, good friends knowing their each other's sense of humor and preferences and stuff.
Until she realizes everybody's just watching her, and then she just kind of stands there, drops her arm to her side, and says, "Sorry, this wasn't the time."
Hey, Tal.
Oh, hello. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no, it's fine. We just got the intro over and done with. We are live, just for a heads up.
Oh, hi everybody.
So yeah, we just did the recap, which was pretty much, you were here for a lot of it. We got our rewards. We came across a destroyed Shire. We headed south, made camp. We kept it quite short because of the amount of people that were having to go do other things.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, there we are.
Hey, there you are.
Yes, here I are.
So we just got done with the recap, which I'm not going to need to recap again because you were here.
I'll take a sip of the soda before you put the cap back on then.
I'm gonna wait 2 minutes and sign on.
So we are just at camp.
Yeah. I remember what happened last session, so I'm good.
Good. Okay. The sun is starting to rise. You are in your camp that you made at one of the peaks of one of the hills. You have a very nice view of the surrounding areas for miles and miles. And the sky is clear. There seems to be some storms on the horizon, but you're not even sure if they're coming this way anyway. Because you can see so far, you're like, is that even going to reach us today? Is it even coming this way?
Do we even know what storms are?
I'm sure Aronam has studied them. And Enfys has studied them.
Storms are in my blood.
Actually,
Oh, hey, look, clouds. Huh.
Actually, yeah, because there
I
was...
know a lot about storms.
Yeah. And also, remember we had that magically recreated weather in the parks? Which probably would never have storms. Maybe they would have done at some point if there was like a magical anomaly. But yeah, actually that raises a pretty good point. Like full-on storms, yeah, you probably only like read about them.
Like, oh, hey, look, clouds.
Those ones look black. That's not normal. Since when do clouds be black? It's like
It's kind of pretty, kind of ominous,
Yes.
but kind of pretty.
Aronam, you know plenty about storms. But even so, with the distance away it is, you can't tell without an extremely high perception or survival roll which direction it's moving. And of course, you know, Enfys, you're the sky druid. You know about pretty much everything that can happen in the sky.
Well, I also have the Book of Clouds I've been reading every so often.
Exactamundo.
So, you know what? I'm just gonna make a knowledge nature roll on them for whatever reason. See if I can
actually makes
recognize
a lot of
exactly what
sense.
they are.
Yeah.
So that's...
I'm just thinking, is like everyone okay if we literally just cut out the usual everyone does their morning routine bit.
I'm fine
And
with
get to the
that.
point where we're making a decision on
I'm
what.
fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Sounds
with it.
good to me.
Yes, you can tell that they are storm clouds, and you can also tell that they are moving from west to east, and will probably just roll straight past you, and just go over the forests to the north.
All right, not too worried about them then. You
It's something that changed direction. Ah. No.
And suddenly it turns out it was really a dragon.
Yeah.
A
Change
storm
its direction,
dragon.
I'd be worried.
Yeah, that actually sounds like that is something that I'm sure would be kind of cool, is the fact that it just carries the storm clouds with it, so you never actually see the dragon until it's way too late.
An
Okay.
old enough dragon, it can probably just turn itself into the storm cloud.
Oh yeah. Or it's just one hell of a powerful elemental.
So,
Okay. So I guess I should just move everyone. Everyone's awake, everyone's out here. Everyone has consumed breakfast item X.
Yes.
Yum.
Mhm.
I think I burnt mine.
Yes, we have consumed matter. Yes.
That's all that matters.
Get out.
No.
Your calorie intake
I
is
was kidding!
Your calorie intake is sufficient. Proceed with adventure.
Blue Ninja does not need food.
Must build additional pylons. Okay. So, what do we do today? We keep following tracks.
that would make the most sense, I would assume, considering that's what we've been doing, and we have yet to find anything we've been looking for. We should still have some tracks to follow. Oh yeah.
That was me, sorry. I tried to play it off as being in character. But,
You know, that was Enfys playing it off.
oh, okay. I didn't notice. My bad. Okay, so you have tracked them to going over this hill, and I'm sure you made note or put a stick next to where the tracks went down the other side. But that's depending on whether Emphas would think to do that.
No, he would have made some kind of note as to where they were.
Mm-hmm.
Placed a particularly suspicious set of rocks there or something. Shifty kind.
Now I'm picturing like just a face on the ground made out of rocks with a shifty look. One eyebrow raised.
Rock troll face.
For some reason, I just saw the image of him putting down a rock and putting googly eyes on it.
And it's like got like you've like put a smaller rock on the other
Character
side.
now.
You put like another rock as its arm, and it's pointing in the direction that the goblins went.
Oh my god.
Yes,
And
that's
saying, "None shall pass."
with googly eyes.
You're not a pass. You're a
Yeah.
rock. What the fuck was that noise?
Oh, that was my phone.
Okay, right. So I guess you ready up and just make a what was it? Survival check for the tracking.
Survival for tracking.
Oh, and also Tuffy
Oh.
will roll perception for tracking using her nose.
Her snows.
Yeah, because she has like the scent ability, so you can use perception to track with the. Oh, well, doesn't really need to, but roll it anyway. There we go. Okay, picking right back up on his own trail that he had marked where he last left off from it. Enfys successfully manages to lead you along the tracks. And you go over quite a few hills. It takes quite a few hours, but you're physically fit. It doesn't really bother you too much. Aradam might be a little bit sort of like, oh god, so much walking. But that would count. That would be it's not long enough for me to make you do a fortitude save for long journeys and exhausting stuff. So
At least we're not Aragorn and Legolas and just jogging the whole way.
And Gimli. Don't forget Gimli.
oh my god, yeah, we just left I've completely busted up Shire. Now we're just walking across New Zealand hills.
Not just walking, but jogging for 80 miles.
Because
All day,
badass.
all night.
But we're chasing goblins, not Uruk-hai.
Or Uruk-Lo.
Or even worse.
Oh. You see, there's quite a few ones there. There's, Uruk-hai, Uruk-Lo, Uruk-hai, Uruk-us.
Uruk-wi?
There's no Uruk-hai and Uruk-team. Okay, sweet. Done that to death. Moving on. I just wanted to throw this out before someone went, alright, I just thought of another one. Sorry, I did that purposely.
It's fine.
Okay, so I guess we'll go back to Flamore. So you are heading further down this way, like over this hill, down into this sort of wooded bit here. And it's when you get here.
God, we're going over the hill and through the woods.
To grandmother's house we go.
You actually... Okay, so as you're coming down this hill, roll perception. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Let me see what it is. Perception.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's still a 14.
Ha!
I grabbed
Wow!
slash roll. No, that was rolling.
That was
D20
roll.
Still
Yeah.
looking for mine.
Okay.
It wouldn't highlight 20
I know
as
it's here
green if it wasn't a
somewhere.
roll.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know I've got one somewhere.
Hooray for wasting.
Perception, 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 perception.
Who's got music on in the background? Oh,
I
is
need to
that
find it
your
somewhere where I
roommate?
can find it.
How is perception a wisdom-based skill?
Because wisdom is basically like instinct and awareness kind of thing, rather than actual thought.
Still looking.
Plus, it doesn't make sense for any of the other skills.
Pretty much. Unless you... Well, yeah, like... No,
Constitution.
in the skills, under... In your skills table, you'll have one that says perception. Under all the knowledges.
It's in the P's in the skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're handily arranged alphabetically.
So I guess we're gonna go with a toughie...
Yes.
And...
That's always something that's bothered me about the D&D system
I'm blind as a bat.
is that your ability to see shit is based on how wise you are. It's just like that. No, we need another stat.
Yeah, you need a perception stat like in Fallout, but you know, that's basically why you put ranks in it, just to make that better.
Am I doing it wrong then?
Rolling 1d2. No, you rolled it, but doesn't it have a number in your perception under ranks? I mean total.
Yeah.
What is the total for perception?
9.
9. So that would have been a 12.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
yeah, so you add that to your d20 roll.
Okay.
Okay, so from your raised elevated position, you actually see what appears to be a walled town built among what seems to be scattered ruins of old castles and fallen towers. Just gonna pace you guys as to which direction you're coming from here. So you are on the top left, on a slightly raised bit that looks over the river and over the town. Wait,
So the
what?
town looks in shambles, essentially. It's all...
But it looks like it's built on top of shambles.
Oh, okay.
It's like the,
Yeah, this is a resettlement.
I mean,
Question is, what kind of town is it?
yeah, guys, that's so that's cool. So he can stay there. Well,
Wow,
with
that's
your
some of the loudest typing I've ever heard.
yeah. And with your nat 20 Enfys, pretty much like you're keeping your eye on the town as you guys kind of settle up against this ridge. And you can actually see that there are what appear to be small creatures moving around within the village. And then you can also tell, or when you're like, is that, you know, when you kind of just focus a bit more, you're like, they're green. They pretty much must be goblins. And you like look down to here, and you see those tracks that you've been following are, they're kind of, there's loads more of them, as if like a whole bunch had come out and then split off into the various trails, and the one you were following met up with here and leads to the south, like down this way.
All right, that's the both
Lovely.
the adventure tracks we've been following.
Yeah, both sets.
So the adventurers came here and bypassed the town?
Well, they probably went around scouting it.
You also see no entrance here because of the walls. Like,
I believe. Oh, good.
yeah.
I was just gonna tell the party that yeah, it looks like this might be a goblin village, and the tracks do seem to lead down towards it, but caution is definitely in order here.
Out of character, what's Tuffy's stealth stat?
12.
Same as mine. Lovely. Let's see. We can see the northern end of the town, right?
Yeah. Except, like, up to about here, where it curves too much to see around the wall, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, that's...
you can also see, like, you know, the inside of this wall really far in the distance,
Yeah.
because you are still at elevated ground.
want to take a couple people to try and scout it out?
We don't want to go around the entirety of the village, because going up their front entrance would be, well, suicide.
Well, what I would like to know is what happened to that other party. I mean, they certainly made it here, which means they probably circled around. There's a decent chance they're dead.
Blazing Phoenix kind of just like puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "Good chance alive too." She says, kind of as if like, sort of like, you know, don't say that sort of thing. But she doesn't really grasp the inflection and such.
Tom's looking over the terrain pretty well. I can sneak up towards the northern end where the areas between lookouts are far. It would be best if Tuffy snuck around to the south to see if she can see anything as well.
Oh, I'm pretty good at keeping myself hidden as well, if either of you want backup.
I've got my
It
backup.
would be
I've got
best.
Bruiser.
It would be best if we had at least someone to relay communications between us. If you think it's worth the risk, go into the middle. Stay hidden amongst the rocks.
All right. How
Good.
how difficult a crossing is that river?
Well, you can see what bridges were there are collapsed. The river is only flowing like just normally, and you can see like trodden muddy parts here where they've kind of, you know, the bridge was built where it was the most shallow, and therefore you see like footprints just heading into it and out the other side, which is most likely just where they forded it.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, as much as I spread you guys out, this is still, of course, not to the scale with the grid. It's just
Right.
That's fine.
say, oh wait, how big would that? Like each square is.
Each square looks to be about, what, 50 feet?
Yeah, I was gonna say 50. So like, pretend each square is 5 squares. Because just stretching it to that size would be ridiculous.
Alright, looks like I'm going to have to make 3 stealth checks to get to where Tom's position is going to be, which is here.
I only enforce move speed during the in combat kind of stealth, and enemies are.
I
basically
realize,
active
but
in the
there's
grid.
3 checks to make.
Oh, 3 checks to make.
Gotta make a check here, gotta make a check in the river, and then over here would be a 3rd check.
Okay, I thought you were doing it in terms of like how far he could move.
No.
and make stealth
3
rolls.
checks to retain stealth.
Okay, yeah, I can see that being logical, like crossing the river and all that. Yeah, okay.
Okay, Tiger Cloak. That gives a bonus to... Gives us flat +2 stealth.
Yeah, and then
In
it has
this
like an
environment.
uber bonus in jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't
If this...
appropriate.
If this were back in the place where we started, Tom would be fucking invisible. So I'm gonna have Tom start his first stealth check and go where he needs to go. Decent.
Decente.
So he gets to about here.
Okay, what I am going to do is find my resources. Ah, there we go. Okay, the guards do not see you because there's only basically the one watchtower covering this way. Because like that is a watchtower, but these are just like the tops of the huts that are the other side of the wall, like these other ones.
Yeah. Tom's gonna basically go across the river, make his way through these. They're either trees or rocks. I don't know which.
Some of them are rocks, some of them are trees. These are rocks, of course. But then you've got like some small brush.
Yeah. He'll make his way through the most concealed area, right up next to the wall, and then sneak up to where he can get a good shot at the guard tower.
Mm-hmm. And because this land is recovering from being built on, because there's all the ruins around, and you only see like small brush growing back.
Yeah. Best to stay in the line of sight concealed areas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if whoever wants to go next, they can make their movement.
I guess I should roll for Tuffy. But I'm gonna do that now. Just that one, okay. Oh, wow.
Oh! Bam!
She trips over a stone, kind of goes, pfft. Strangely enough, the guards still don't see you guys over there.
Distance check is probably what's killing their perception.
Hell yeah. She's like,
Alright.
Okay.
Memphis is going to at least try to make it over to the river.
Mm-hmm.
See how this goes. Really? Wow.
Why?
You trip and fall on a flagstone and break your neck. No, yeah, you kind of slip down the rock, but you're still far away enough for it not really to matter too much.
No more natural ones from you two. Because if you guys start splash fighting in the water, you're done.
Why is it just like, is this good idea?
We're the three with the highest stealth check. No, this isn't a good idea, but it's the only one we got. Okay, second stealth check. Hello, lag. Ooh.
Oh, no, just those two. Okay.
Tom just glided under the water.
Yeah.
Held his breath the whole way.
Well, Tuffy's part ferret and they swim really well. The dog just
You?
dogs.
The dogs at least look like they were natural to the environment, so...
Well, he's wearing armor, so maybe not.
At that distance, who could tell?
Yeah. Which is pretty much why I'm like, nat one? Ah, doesn't matter. I can't click that, otherwise the stream's gonna notice it. Oh, I thought I changed the music.
The Muzak?
Yes.
Sorry, you mentioned that, and that's what immediately came to mind.
What is it, just so I know?
It's that scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights where
Oh.
Little John falls in the creek.
I'm on the east side. I'm on the west side.
Help! I can't swim! Just put your feet down, you bloody idiot. Okay, wait. Moving on.
This ain't exactly the Mississippi.
Okay, so emphasis. I guess you
Oh,
can...
after that, I don't think he's actually going to try and cross the river. He's just going to try and keep an eye out from there for the moment, because things did not go well.
Mistakes were made.
Noses were bruised.
Rising Phoenix is going to just basically move down to the river, and basically while you guys are quickly stealthing, taking 10 or 20 to cross and just kind of stay behind you enough not to ruin the stealth, but also to be ready to charge in when needed.
So she's probably moving about our speed then.
And she's basically following up probably with everybody else.
Sounds good.
She's taking 20. She's moving a hell of a lot slower.
Well, you know what I mean. It's
You know.
just being careful, like probably like helping Genevieve in a heavy armor freaking get across the river.
Toss the paladin!
Nobody
Oh
tosses
God,
a
no!
paladin.
But don't tell the elf.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Sploosh.
Rising Phoenix is gesturing others to follow as well, just sort of like looking ahead at the forward party, and then just keeping down.
Okay, last stealth check for me. Please no ones, please no ones, please no ones. Good enough!
Okay, now the one for Tuffy. Yeah, good enough. So she's gonna basically start heading down like to these rocks, like heading like along here first with Bruiser, and then heading inwards. And then kind of like din 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 din.
Tom is now in position.
Positioned underneath the watchtower, you hear meat. No. Bread. No. Cheese. No.
Eh?
Tom continues to listen.
Biscuits. You got it. All right, my turn. Sandwiches. God damn it. You always think of sandwiches. I know, but could really go for a sandwich. Well, do you think we should go get one? What? Leave our post? Yeah. Like, nothing out there, so what's the harm? And then their chatter just trails off.
So they actually moved away from the guard tower?
You see, like, you know, the silhouettes in the guard tower just sink down and disappear.
Ooh, this is too tempting to pass up. This time, Tom's going to take 20. And make his way to and up into the guard tower to see if anyone's there. If there are, he's going to draw that katana and put it through some throats. If they're not, he's going to lie in wait.
Short
Would
bow
that be-
plus grappling hook, I guess?
He's got the crossbow, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Plus, he's a ninja. He's got a ninja kit.
Yeah, I know.
He's got climbing gloves.
Yeah, but you still need to make a climb check.
Okay, let me see what my climb check... decent, okay. And I believe climbing gloves gives you, what, a +2 to climb checks?
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it sounds like what Pathfinder would make, so...
Everything's often +2s.
Ba-dunk. E.
Make a stealth roll.
Roll high, roll high, roll high, roll. Fuck you.
Roll 17.
Actually, against the wood, wouldn't the check be higher?
You're fine. You kind of slip and land kind of because you had to like scale the wall and then launch it up to the tower and then swing, but you kind of hit the tower kind of harder than you would have liked.
Ow.
But not, I mean, as in when your feet landed contact, it was more of a thump rather than a.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look down and you see this goblin who's just kind of sitting there, just taking a whiz behind the tower. He just doesn't even notice. But once you actually, okay, so then make another climb check to get going again, kind of.
Roll high, roll high, roll high.
Thinking that your slight slip didn't actually cost you, you scale up into the tower. Once up into the tower, you see that those two who were up there were the only ones who were currently on duty in the tower.
You cut off for me for a second.
Oh. Okay. You climb up into the tower, and the two guards were the only one who were currently minding that watchtower. So you don't really see anyone there. You see a couple of stools, some... Let's see, what are these guys carrying? You see crossbows, and you know, just a bunch of bolts just sat there, kind of regular stuff, so they've got ammunition. Oh, and a bell. There's like a bell they can ring.
Okay. What's the relevant skills? No. Okay.
What
Can't
do you-
use disable device, but I can be sneaky about this.
You can't
take
use
out a
disable
coon.
device?
No, I'm not skilled in it.
Oh. Oh well.
I got 2 ranks in it, but I'm not skilled in it.
So you got 2 ranks.
So I can't use my dex check on it, and dex would be fucking awesome. Because, yeah. That would be a +6 to disable device if I had it.
Well, I think, like, what is your disabled device score then? Like the total?
It says blank.
It says
It's
blank.
2 dashes.
What? And you've got some ranks in it, yet it's blank?
Yeah, because there's no check next to it. It's not a class skill.
It being a class skill doesn't stop you from putting ranks in it and being trained in it. The disabled device just needs 1 rank in it for you to be able to use it. That's why it has no score until you put a rank in it. Is the 2 in MISC not ranks?
No, it's in ranks, and it's still not recording it.
Oh, weird. Okay, so pretty much not being a class
It'd still be a
skill,
6.
not being a class skill basically means dex plus how many ranks you've put in it.
Which would be 6.
Okay, well there you go. So you...
Okay.
Are you using Adobe Reader or something
It's
like that?
really risky. Roll high, roll high, roll high. Lag.
So let me guess, you were like reaching in the bell to cut out the dinger?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Reaching to grasp the clapper and cut the rope with a kunai.
That's what I just said. The
Well,
I just-
the clapper's inside the bell.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
The cat-
what he was getting at.
the dinger, the bit inside that's
Okay.
attached by rope to actually hit. But yeah, you cut it, and
Right.
but your hand slips and you drop it onto the floor with a loud thud.
Dang. Well, shit. Sort out, wait.
Okay.
And
One moment.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm nice and concealed.
Yeah, make a stealth roll.
Quick, Spider-Man, stick yourself to the ceiling.
Okay, this is wood, so. Ha! What? Okay. Would I get the full jungle bonus check or just the normal urban check?
Just the normal check.
Okay. Making sure.
Ew, what's that?
Ha! Beat it.
Must be bird hit tower. Heh, stupid bird. And then they just keep going.
Ooh.
So now you're there.
Okay, I'm actually in the tower and I've disabled that tower, so.
Mm-hmm. So now you also get a pretty good view. I'm gonna see. I guess Tuffy would have proceeded enough, like in that time, to basically be, I guess, amongst these rocks. Yeah.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Tuffy is making le perceptions. Dude.
Wow.
Tuffy notices the front entrance. It seems to have basically a path leading into it. She notices that there is basically just 2 guards, and then one in... there seems to be an archer just up in this tower, looking over the 2 guards. And she's... I wonder if she can even do that. I'm wondering if, like, she has her raven who can send messages, but... I don't know. Maybe she'll just head back. Because she's like,
Well, she's got her animals with her that can have messages tied to them.
True. She tells her raven to go tell the others what she has found out. And while this has all been going on, what has the rest of the party been doing?
Kansas has just been trying to keep an eye on them pretty much and be ready with the spell if necessary.
Okay. Have you been, like, progressing steadily towards the place, or just been keeping on the on the ridge?
I don't know. I probably would have slowly moved just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't have tried to cross or anything like
Alright. Okay, Rising Phoenix made her way across, basically just using the slow and steady approach. Anybody else?
Jin's just moving along the rocks here.
Okay. Aradam?
Maybe to about here.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Right here, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be trying to do my best, and I have no idea where.
What it's
No.
what you would have done.
There.
Would you have tried to have
Sorry, Pill was trying to get away.
okay, well, would you have tried to cross the river to start heading towards
I'm
the
sorry,
encampment, or
what?
sticking with everybody else? Would you have tried to cross the river to start heading closer to the village, or just stuck with the others on this side of the river?
Stick with others.
Okay. Alright, so back to the Raven, who, at this point, now that the party is situated where they are, heads straight for Enfys.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has the language that can talk to birds, right? The
Yep.
sky creatures. So he kind of just comes and sits on his shoulder, and he's just like, Tuffy found the front entrance car. It's guarded by what seems to be 2 heavily armored guards and a watchtower with just 1 archer in it. They don't seem to actually have a gate, it's just an opening in the wall to be used as the entrance.
Alright, and this would relay that information back to the party. And how far away is Phoenix? Like, would he have to raise his voice significantly for it to carry over to her?
Yes, if we're going by the 5, well, 1 square is 5, so each square is 25 feet. But I guess she could, if you like just talk normally, she can do a perception to try and not need you to raise your voice. That sounds like how that might work.
Alright, sure.
Because like she's looking ahead, looking back, looking ahead, looking back.
Try to get her attention real quick and then talk normally without talking, loudly enough that it would carry very far as like over towards the actual guard station.
Okay. Okay. She just nods.
Alright, I thank the Raven for the information. I don't have any words to help me though.
I'll probably be back with more updates. See you soon, car! And then he just flies off to get back to Tuffy. So back with Tom. You are now at the top of a watchtower. You have disabled the bell, the alarm bell. And
Okay, you said there was crossbows in here. Did you say there was a bow in here?
there are light crossbows and bolts, as well as where's the just checking this. There are composite longbows. Very well made looking ones as well.
Okay. Taking one of the composite longbows
At least for goblin standards.
and writing a report down on a scrap of paper, tying the scrap of paper to the arrow, and launching it in the direction of my friends at about a 45-degree angle, so it'll go as far as it can.
Okay. So let's try and
'Cause
use our let's try and use our scale. Say you saw Phoenix, you were aiming for there. So 40 times 5. So 200 feet. Wait.
Yeah, well beyond the accuracy range of a longbow, but if you're canting it at 45, you're just going for distance.
Wait, doesn't a longbow have like 100
110, I think.
range, and then you only take -2 to go out to 200?
Okay, so basically make a ranged attack at -2 for going over the increment. You're also not
Okay.
proficient in that weapon, I don't believe.
No.
So you would take a -4? Is it?
Pretty sure it's -4 for not having.
So yeah, total of -6.
Okay, and good thing I'm good at range, because that drops me to +1.
Mhm. The arrow just hits the rock and lands on the ground.
Yeah, that's fine, as long as it's in the general location I wanted it at.
Rising Phoenix kind of does her how the hell does she move like that thing that her race basically does, and kind of like crawls over the rock. It grabs the arrow, then kind of just bends backwards to reverse her movement.
Is she related to the lady from Grudge?
Well, they are double jointed in every joint, so kind of, yeah.
Guard towers. Basically, the message says that the guard tower is his. The wall where he's at is basically unguarded, and he's got a good view of the rest of the compound.
Rising Phoenix looks at the note, and then turns around and kind of looks to the others and holds up the fact that she has a note.
Yeah, there's no way in hell he could have gotten it to Enfys or the others. It would have splished in the river.
So Rising Phoenix indicates that she has a note to the others. And, okay, so you've sent your message. I guess now you would take your good look at the rest of the compound.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, had a yappy puppy.
Okay.
Is there any other kind?
Well, sometimes he's wiggly, sometimes he's sleepy, but today he's extremely yappy.
Mm.
Oh, there's your... No, that wasn't your perception, that was the roll to shoot. Roll your perception.
Okay, perception. +4.
Jeez.
Well, technically he's taking his time observing, so...
Okay, so if you take your like take 20 or something,
Yeah.
then you see that the goblin encampment is in fact rather large. Some might even call it a town by goblin standards. And you see that a lot of the goblins seem to be just common folk, unarmed, just going about their business. And eventually you spot what appears to be some form of jail-looking hut, rather in the thick of it with the other buildings. And
Okay.
you see some much larger buildings here by goblin standards.
Let's see.
During that time, because of the length of time that he was observing, Toffee heads back because she's observed where the entrance is, and she just starts making her way back to regroup before we actually do anything. Because she's like, I have stealth, but I was just doing recon.
Yeah, there's no way Tom can move from where he is without compromising the guard tower.
Hmm. You hear a wet splashing sound beneath you.
Boy, he's got a big bladder.
Well, no, that sound has stopped, and then there was just a large, like, splashing sound.
Oh god, someone fell in it. I mean, what? Sorry.
Sorry, the rest of the party. Because we kind of split apart there and we're trying to divide time evenly.
We're just kind of waiting for information at this point.
To move over, like where Memphis is, I would have to perform a stealth, right?
No, we're far away enough that... The fact is, they used stealth because they were trying to move quickly and not be seen. You guys are pretty much like slow and steady, very careful, cautious. Plus you're still quite far away.
There is no way in hell this paladin is trying stealth.
Rising Phoenix shows Tuffy the letter, and then she goes, "Oh, okay." And she sends her raven back to Memphis, and informs him that the watchtower no longer has enemies in it. That which means that we should. Oh wait, no, that was. Yeah, he got that from the letter. The watchtower has been taken over by Tom, therefore we don't really need to worry about people spotting them on the approach from this direction.
Alright, looks like Tom's managed to take over the watchtower somehow. And,
I love that.
Suddenly it's just another letter, one word, sandwiches.
so it should be pretty safe for us to approach from this direction. Alright, let's across so we can group up. Actually, and maybe advance towards Tom once we're all across the river.
I like that. Tom took over the guard tower somehow. Wow. Confidence in the ninja lacking.
Well, it's more just not knowing, because
Yeah.
you literally only said that the tower was yours.
Still, I love the tone. That's what made me laugh.
I don't know how the hell he did it, but he just did it.
Just moving everyone up at this point, really.
Oh, look, the ninja'd the tower.
Hey. What you get? Got usual. What'd you get? Got usual. Okay.
Lovely. Well, good thing Tom still has his katana out.
Hey! Hey! Why are you guys not at your post? I saw a bird, and I thought it was gonna eat our bread, so I had to go to the sandwich. Shut up. Just get back up there before I freaking tan your hides.
Okay, Tom is going to be to one side of the entrance. Katana out and ready.
Okay. Okay, yes, okay. Hey, wait. Give me the sandwich. Oh. Yes, sir. Oh. Carry on. The goblins start coming up the stairs, and the first, because it's like a watchtower, it's one by one, and the first goblin becomes within striking distance, quickly followed by the second one.
Ooh, 2-for-1 sale. Okay, do you want me to roll for this, or am I just going to stabby and pull them both into the tower?
Roll just the melee attack.
Okay, let me see what the grand total on that is. Okay, plus 4.
Because they are flat-footed and everything, so...
Oh, 5, 6. Yeah, 1d20 plus 6, okay.
Okay. You strike at the unaware goblin, but your blade makes contact with his scale mail and doesn't actually seem to penetrate.
That shouldn't matter, because, hey, it's an electroshock.
Ah, yeah. Roll just the electric damage then.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
well,
the
that wasn't
electric
even-
damage.
Isn't even hitting
D6.
their touch. Dang. Or not touch, flat-foot.
No, but it hits the touch, therefore it makes physical contact, which I'm just allowing to conduct
Yeah.
electricity.
It's not the full damage, but it's, ooh, it's the full damage.
You basically stun rod the first goblin, and he just goes poof, on the floor, and the other guy trips over on him and make your second attack. He is prone. Your attack against the second goblin, I mean. Flat-footed prone, you hit.
Coup de grace.
No, that's something. You still do the stealth damage, but
Isn't coup de grace like a special action you actually have to take?
yeah, that's a full-round action when they are completely helpless, and therefore you get a nat 20 automatically.
Right. 20 plus 1d6 plus 4 plus d6. Oh my god. Wait a minute, stealth is not 1d6 for me anymore.
Plus 2d6, isn't it, at your level?
2d6, yeah.
Mm.
Bloop. Oh my freaking
Wait,
god.
d20 damage? No.
20?
What the fuck did I just do?
You roll d20 instead of your actual weapon damage. Dice.
3d6 plus 4. Simplify it.
Okay.
That's still close.
Yep. Yeah, that is actually still pretty close. You do 26 damage. The second goblin soldier is bloodied. But you're also now put yourself in combat.
Yeah, kind of had to.
Yeah. I'm going to make the first goblin soldier make, I guess, a fortitude save against the sudden electric shock he took. And everyone else make a perception check.
I'm rolling my initiative.
Sure.
Really? Sure, why not?
At least you're getting them out of the way.
Don't curse it.
For that lovely 3.
You rolled the same as the 14 from the 1.
Help me. Okay.
People that can see everything are seeing nothing.
And now Tuffy.
Holy fuck. Rising Phoenix sees everything, knows everything.
Okay, everyone who rolled at this distance, 20 or higher, you actually notice the combat having, like, that Tom is actually, like, striking at people in the tower. And I tell you one thing, Rising Phoenix damn see it. And she just stands up with her freaking great axe in her hands and goes, "Fight!" Tom, fighting. And she just charges forward.
Alright.
So I guess
So,
Followed by Sage Heart.
I guess we're trying to say that like 1 square is 25 feet. And I guess running is 4 times. So okay, so measuring 200 feet, which would be fucking Rising Phoenix's sprint distance. Yeah, there you go. She makes a run action straight up to the fucking wall. Actually, no, there's terrain. I guess you have to go to this part, because it's like a straight shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
it's a
where...
straight line.
Straight line, no obstacles, boom.
Alright, so for all of us that didn't, we've now been informed.
You've now been informed, and yeah,
Well, I did get a 20, so...
you did, so you saw it too.
So, how do I do this then?
Well, I'm giving you guys a free round kind of thing before the guards kind of react and the first round of initiative kind of happens. Just so that you also, yeah. I have set myself a DC for the first goblin recovering from the electricity. And we're just going to keep track of that. And now everyone... Oh, I guess... Oh, no, that's fog. I guess I should just add everyone to some form of strange initiative right now. No, I hit initiative, not... Okay. Currently, due to, let's call it disadvantage in slightly 5th edition terms, the goblins have disadvantage there, therefore they're bottom of the turn order. Currently.
19.
I better take Bruiser out. So, Tuffy, Initiado.
Oh, now we're
Oh yeah, we're rolling initiative now.
I got kind of forced
Wow.
into combat on that one. Wow. Someone gets to go an extra turn. Really? Someone gets to
apparently.
stay back.
That's my luck these days.
Maybe...
Well, you are... You're squishy, so it's probably a good idea anyways.
Like, cause literally you were like, sneaky, slowly approaching, then suddenly people around you just went, fighting! Go!
The fuck?
So you might be a bit off guard. Okay, so input all of your initiatives. Oh, I didn't do Phoenixes. Yep. Okay, so everyone's in there. Let's sort this out. Okay, so Genevieve, take 2 turns.
Okay, So, wait, first of all, how far were we measuring these squares again?
Each one of them is 25 feet. So in heavy armor you get a 3 times sprint, therefore 30 times a total of 6.
Well, does she have 30?
Oh, and then she has 20 because of the heavy, yeah.
Hmm? So,
So that would put me like, what, about here?
40 times 4, so 160, which would get you calculate. I guess 30, like there, because that's 150. So I'll give you a bit of leeway. Say you get there.
Alright. I'm just trying to get up here.
You managed to actually
I'm a
like
paladin,
catch up
I'm
to
so
Rising
slow.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, wait for me!
Okay. Tom.
Okay. Just doing standard full round attack because that's all he can do.
Yep. I'm assuming you're carrying on with the one you've already actually injured properly. The one that's prone on top of the other one.
Because I think he's helpless at this point, considering he's got a katana in his back.
No, there is specific conditions on that, but he
And
still takes a -4 to your attack, and he's still flat-footed.
yeah, let's just continue on with normal combat.
Mhm.
Zoop.
Oh.
Fuck you. Cramped quarters, I'll blame it on that. Hard to move that katana around.
Yeah. And to remove it from the body which you stabbed it into.
Yeah, it's like, motherfucker, get out!
And...
What did I hit the spine?
And, okay, so that's
Oh
Sage
my
Knight.
god. Now I'm just seeing Tom standing in the tower, waving his sword around with the goblin on the end.
And he suddenly just turned into a chibi. Just... Okay. So, Sage Heart, you have, I believe, light armor, so you get ×4 move speed. So you can move 150 feet, so you can head 30 feet equivalent to like there if you're just trying to keep up with everyone. Or that way, depending on like these paths that you can go. Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah, this first round's pretty much going to be getting to the wall. Alright, I can click through.
I don't suppose expeditious retreat would actually help, because I'm going forward instead.
Only if you're going in the other direction.
Okay, same with Tuffy, she can move 30 feet equivalent.
Not through that, she can't.
No, she can't. Or she can make a, was it acrobatics or climb to try and move
Acrobatics.
regular speed over rough terrain.
It's an acrobatics check, and she should have a really good one like me.
Do, 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 do. Yeah. So yeah, so she manages to get like there. She scrambles, the dog just follows her over. I'm literally just not being nitpicky about the rules to speed up the whole we're just walking to the wall part. Okay. So Randy, you have... Okay, what is the range on magic missile again?
I don't have magic missile, so.
Well, you have the Staff of Force.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Either way, I don't
magic
think...
myth.
Yeah. I don't think
Magic
it's
missile's
200...
line of sight, isn't it?
No, it's long, which is like...
It's 25.
Oh, yeah, I gave the rod a limited range, didn't I? Yeah, because just... Okay, so you probably just want to end up moving up with everybody else, which I believe your move speed is 30 feet, so you could get to there.
I'll go here.
Okay. Badger. Well, actually, Rising Phoenix. Oh, I already kind of took her turn, so I'm just going to skip. Now it's Badger.
How badly do I derp?
Oh, half move
Everyone
speed.
else, everyone else takes off in a dust cloud. You're like, huh?
So your start of your run is delayed, therefore you only run half the distance that you normally would.
So
you just basically
that'd be,
get up on the say chart.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Would be away. Yeah. All right.
Because it doesn't make sense for you to just sit there for the entire turn. You just had to slightly
Where'd
deliberate-
everybody go? I'm
Yeah.
just turned the wrong direction the whole time.
Okay, so I already rolled that save against the stun and got a 12 for this round. So it skips straight to the second goblin, who stands up, which is an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You hit it.
Okay.
Is that a sneak attack damage or not?
Ooh, tough call. I
'Cause
think he's still open because he's getting up from prone, so I'm going to say yes.
Alrighty. That just determines how many d6s I use.
20. And what was the first one?
24?
24.
So 26?
Okay,
somewhere around there.
He is very bloodied. Wait, I'm gonna check because I don't like somewhere around there. Okay, let me scroll up, find 26.
26, there it was, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
You and I found it at the same time.
46 total. He is barely standing. And has like the music? Is the music not being playing or something? Or is it just like really quiet?
I can't tell.
Can anyone even hear the music?
It's quiet.
Okay. Just there, just a little right. I don't want it to be like overcoming what's being said and stuff. He is barely standing. And where is it? He's going to basically 5-foot step down the stairs and swing at you at the same time, doing kind of a fighting retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you mean 30-foot step down to the ground?
He doesn't confirm, but make a CMB roll.
CMB. What's my CMB? CMB. +5.
You use the opening to lightly nudge the goblin, who falls down the stairs, tumbles, and takes the resulting 1 hit point he had and dies.
Snapped his own neck. Well, Tom will take the opportunity when it's his turn to do something interesting. Oh, we'll wait.
And yes, the other guy. Sorry. But of course, that's also the cat out of the bag, because there's a goblin going boom, 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 down the fucking guard stairs.
The crack.
You actually hear some of the common goblins just start screaming and running. Someone made some dents!
Tom just in his mind going, fuck, 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 fuck.
Alright. So, Genevieve's turn.
You had to take a call.
Oh,
so-
right, yeah, she did. So she's confronted with a big wall. Rising Phoenix swing her axe at it, because it's just made of wood. I don't know what you would do.
You know, Tom left his rope behind when he scaled that wall.
Oh yeah, I guess a climb check, which might not be that good of a thing for Genevieve, but we shall see. I wonder if she's able to do a roll when on the court. If not, I'll just get a sheet up. Give me a sec. Because she's in plate. She's going to try and climb. It's not... Oh. Yeah, that plate's an asshole in terms of your climbing penalty. So what benefit is like +2 from the rope?
I think it.
But the
I think it
DC
just drops the DC.
I thought it gave you +2 to the... I know being up against a flat surface lowers the DC, but... let's find out what happens.
I remember in 3rd edition it would drop it by 5, and if it was a knotted rope, it'd drop it by 10. But
There
still.
you go. Genevieve climbs over the wall, and I guess from the angle you approach, the rope is probably like at this section of the wall.
Yeah.
She scales it. She falls down the other side, and you just hear as she lands on the goblin that was face down in his own piss. Which then brings it to Tom's turn.
Tom puts his sword just next to the goblin's neck. Move, and you will be like your friend. Say a word, and I will chop off your neck. And I believe that's an intimidate check.
Yes.
What is his intimidate? +6. Pretty decent.
Eh? That is the response you get. He's still kind of
Stay
like...
down.
He's still kind of like... Whoa.
Stay down, stay quiet, and live.
He just like puts his hands up, then just lays them on the back of his head. Just hides.
Good man, you live to see another day. Tom will probably take some of his remaining rope to tie up the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's another whole check, isn't it? That's escape artist.
Well, escape artist is for escaping, not tying someone
Finding
up.
somebody is just a CMB check, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be just CMB for...
But it depends on whether or not he's resisting at all.
I don't think he's resisting
No.
at this point, because he's a smart goblin.
He likes living.
You know what? Just because the goblin has been smart so far, Tom's going to actually leave him a ration.
The goblin kind of like lifts his head, wiggles to the ration, plants face in ration.
It's worth it. Okay, if Tom has any time left on his turn, he's going to snap the crossbow strings and dump the bolt.
No, you know, after tying him up and everything, that's your turn.
Then the next turn he'll dump the crossbow bolts and snap the strings.
Mm. So, Sage Heart.
Still moving up, I guess.
Okey-doke. You can,
So-
let's see, wait, no, I think it's still too far away enough for you to move and climb over. You pretty much stack up for the climb over the wall group.
Can I get over to about here?
You could, yeah. If you
Or at
want,
least that direction.
yeah, because that's where the rope is. But if you wanted to, maybe, yeah, you can make it there.
Okay.
Were you planning on just, like, using one of your bombs to blow up the wall?
Yeah.
Yay!
We're gonna be the hole in the wall gang. What do I need to roll to hit the wall?
You gotta beat an AC of 5, I guess.
Actually, let me scoot back one so I don't get rebound on it.
You
I
hit,
think so.
roll damage,
Let me check.
because you're making a direct hit attack against the wall.
If we're being really technical, then have to go against the hardness of the wall
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then get to its hit points.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's a wall, but it's goblin made. It's not the
So-
greatest.
So yeah, that'll do it.
Boom! Freaking.
Wait, why is there a d20 there?
Oh yeah.
Damage?
No, your damage is next to your hit roll. On the bomb, it should be. I think at this point 2d6.
Oh, that's my attack modifier. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. 1d6 plus. No, 2d6 plus 4 plus 1.
Yep.
Read the wrong numbers.
That's okay.
Max damage, max damage.
Aw. Well,
Damn.
your bomb basically sets fire to the ropes binding the logs of the wall together, and after a while, it just starts falling over as its structure is lost, and it just starts falling over.
That's another reason I moved back some.
You see a whole lot of goblin commoners that are just running around screaming as there was suddenly an explosion. There were a few goblins just lying on the floor bloody.
Ouch.
And
Okay.
really be assholes if it turns out these goblins aren't evil.
Yeah, probably.
We're kind of being assholes anyways, regardless if they're evil or not.
Then again, we followed the tracks here, so it's
Yeah, and the whole thing wasn't fishy a bit. But
I mean, we're adventurers. Being assholes is our job.
Wow, Tuffy's climb is not.
I'm just making sure Tom can get out. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's fine by me. I'm gonna need an exit anyways.
Yeah. Tuffy like goes to climb the rope, hears the explosion, is like, that'll work. She just heads in with Bruiser. She's not gonna like rush all the way in, she's gonna get like just within the wall with Bruiser, and Bruiser just starts barking, and goblins just running around, getting into their huts and stuff, and just generally trying not to be here. Alerted by the Alerted by the explosion. Oh wait, now that'll be at the end of the turn, won't it, with the rest of the goblins. Okay. So Aranam, there's now a hole in the wall if you wanted to follow. It's gonna be up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in. Is this technically in?
That's standing in the hole, but yeah, with this scale, we'll say that you're inside.
Alright, cool.
And then raising Phoenix. She tries to scramble up the wall without the rope, just trying to do it herself, and ends up just falling off, and she's like... here's the explosion, so this goes that way towards it.
Sheepishly walks towards it.
So that makes it Enfys.
Did you ever say how tall the wall was, out of curiosity?
It's been built to keep out the bigger people, so it's actually like a decent sized 30-foot wall.
Alright, so that would be... So I would have to run to just catch up.
So demoralize the soldier in the tower. Doesn't do a thing.
Well, he shouldn't. He's tied up and happy with a meal.
Yes. Well, maybe not happy with the meal, but he's just kind of just eating it and trying to be happy. Whereas those who have busted 3, you see a goblin coming at you riding a large scorpion. And whereas the commoners are running away, he's coming right at you. Okay. You caused trouble. I'll deal with you. And he's now arrived to the battle, so his actual attack turn is going to be next turn. Due to this map, it's going to be, you say I move into melee range pretty much at this point, if you are melee, or just say I fire with my crossbow, because like he's like here, so he's 25 feet away from Tuffy and L&M. Genevieve, you find yourself standing on a completely spine-shattered goblin within the wall. I guess he's still on the phone. I guess you would move around the tower to like reach up, like I climbed over, crunch, and then boom, and everyone else comes in. Son of a bitch. But anyway, Oh, I just realized I moved you like under Tom. She moves.
That's okay. That's where she's at, is under the tower, anyways.
Yeah, like she's beside the tower. She didn't have line of sight, so she's like progress. I guess she would do a double move. Wait, I just need to move a second. She'll take 2 move actions to get between the scorpion and the more squishy allies. But, you know, she didn't have line of sight, so couldn't charge and all that sort of stuff. Plus, also, she couldn't move 50 feet total anyway, so she's just moved the 40 and just being a heavily armored wall. So that brings it to Tom. Of course, you heard the goblin crying out. It's the same goblin who was berating the soldiers earlier. Then again, one goblin sounds like another. But yeah, whatever.
Tom remarks to the goblin that he just fed, "Sounds like you just got promoted."
Eh?
He'll leave another ration by the guy, snap the bowstrings, and then step to the edge of the tower.
Okay.
Katana with blood running off it, held to so that the goblin later can see it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's another intimidate check, which will eat up the rest of my turn.
Are you like adding a vocal point to this?
What would he say? Oh, I got an idea. We can talk or you can die. Your choice.
Okay. Make that check.
Okay, now +6. Boop. Fuck you. That was great cinematic. Fuck you, Dice.
Eh? Come down here and say that.
You really want me to do an acrobatics check? Because he will. if there's enough in my turn left.
No, there's not, unfortunately. But
Okay, next turn.
that was his response.
Okay.
You're coming up on my turn now?
Yep.
Yeah.
You just said come down here and say that, right?
Too tall.
I'm already down here. And smile! Not reassuringly. I'm not as nice as Randar. What can I say?
Not as nice as Tom.
This is true.
Okay. So, you said
So-
that. He notices you.
Hey.
Bomb in hand, standing by the hole in the wall.
It's the smiling bomber.
Hmm?
It's the smiling bomber.
Yep.
She's not mad. Well, not in that way, anyways.
Not yet.
She's not mad emotionally.
Okay. So, apart from the talking, what is your, what actions are you performing?
I don't know. Can I move a bit closer?
Yeah, of course you can. You can move
Okay.
into Aranam Square and throw a bomb. Because this
Yeah,
is to a
that's
scale
Blondie,
where...
right?
Hmm?
That's Blondie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hold the bomb for a bit, hold the action on that. I want to see if he actually... how he responds to it. After all, I'm not precisely human.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Fair enough. But I'm just saying that at this point, he's not within range of your bomb hurting Genevieve if you threw it at him. But if he comes to Genevieve, then of course there's going to be that problem. I'm just...
Well, I do want to give him a chance to talk. After all, we did kind of burst in.
Mhm. So that makes that easy. Toffee's gonna try and talk to the scorpion. Because that sounds like a Tuffy thing to do.
Yeah, I have to agree.
What language would the scorpion speak?
I guess
Scorpion.
land creatures, which is like the I forget what language it is that covers like earth-based creatures.
It's Terran, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like one's for the sky, one's for fire, one's for the sea, but
Don't worry, I've got the one from the sea covered.
and/or animal. 9%. Okay. Don't you get tired of having that stupid goblin sitting on you? And the Scorpion's like, yeah. But he keeps poking me. Well, why don't you just throw him off? Because I like killing. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, that didn't work. Arrow name. Oh wait, I guess Bruiser. Tuffy doesn't want Bruiser getting stung by a scorpion, so I guess this is holding him back for now. Waiting for an opening to have him flank.
So I'm going to use Summon Monster 2 and summon a giant spider.
Okay, that takes a round, doesn't it?
Let's see.
Under casting time?
No. Mm-mm.
No?
I
Standard?
don't believe so.
Oh, you cut out.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
It's at this point that the streets are relatively empty. All of the commoners have retreated to their homes. And it's just basically you and the Scorpion Rider.
I don't think it... Let me look at it on the spell list.
Casting time 1 round.
Okay.
So you take a full round action to start casting that.
Alright. Sounds good.
Rising Phoenix, still needing to move, so 25, 50. She's not going to double move straight into melee range, she's just going to get within the walls. Okay. Infus.
All right.
Not
This
been getting much
time,
sleep, or is...
no, I didn't sleep well last night,
Okay.
but that's that's a different matter. So is the Scorpion guy directly in melee with anybody right now?
No.
All right, so I'll pull out my. Let's see, how far away is he right now?
From you...
Do I even have line of sight on it? I guess through the hole would be another question.
I guess you kind of have to be in this square to have line of sight. So you could move and shoot, as long as you have it loaded.
It's a bow.
Oh yeah, bow, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, you can move to there and then take a shot, because you're 50 foot away at that point.
Yeah. And for having, just kind of gotten there, I'm kind of assuming he didn't hear a bunch of the talk, especially like Tom stuff, and is just going to take a shot at the. Are they two separate entities, or are they considered one entity?
They do have separate... You can target one or the other, but they are... He is mounted.
Okay, I'll take a shot at the Goblin.
Okay.
Check to make sure I'm in my range. I haven't shot in a long time.
Just to say, because of the manner he actually entered combat, he is not considered flat-footed.
Okay.
Because I'm counting him joining the combat as his action.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Never mind, you nail him.
Alright. And that is... Nail him for minimum damage.
He takes a hit. And he's like, eh. That makes it the Goblin's turn. The Goblin
How's your game going?
will fire upon Genevieve. Who hopefully has come back from that call.
Unfortunately, no. It's something kind of serious that she has to deal with. So, might take a bit.
Yeah. He does not hit. He then moves into melee range and his scorpion attacks. And despite it saying 2 claws because he moved, he only does the 1 claw. Because natural attacks like that are considered a full round. Does not hit. Oh wait, he doesn't move into melee range. He stays 10 feet away. Yeah. which makes it then Genevieve's turn. She's gonna 5-foot step into melee range of the scorpion, and I think she would just try and kill the rider first in hopes to, well, the fact that he's already injured, and perhaps see if the scorpion would not be as aggressive without his rider. Okay, let's go for that. Oh. Yeah, oh, that's a +9. The sheet isn't up to date with that. Okay. That does not... Wait, does it? With the extra 1? No, it doesn't. So he misses Tombstone.
I'm back.
Welcome back, it's your turn.
Okay, what's happened since I was gone?
He got into melee combat with Genevieve. And Enfys shot him with the bow.
Okay. Obviously, he had a turn between then and now.
Yeah, he tried to attack Genevieve. Didn't work.
I finally got off the damn phone. I'm not in a good mood.
Boop.
Is that an acrobatics or
And
something?
where I want. Acrobatics.
Okay, I guess you're trying to jump on him.
No, I'm going for the ground, actually.
Okay, but since you're going for the ground, you
Just kind of, yeah.
You land on an unstable footing, and you take 5 non-lethal.
Okay.
Because it was a big tower.
Yeah. If I'd made the difficulty roll, it would have been a different story, but eh.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it written down. So that was the move action. This puts me in range of him, right?
No, because of the scale of the map, you pretty much need to be in, like, move into that square where Genevieve is.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you jump down from the tower, you may have landed in that square.
Might as well, yeah. Bloop.
Yeah, because that's right by the tower.
Front flip and down onto the ground.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll take a swipe at him.
Okay, so you're saying that you actually landed within reach of him then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I'm going to be taking as a move action into the... Because the scorpion has reach, you moved into his reach and then kept going, kind of, as you...
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, so he's gonna try and just sting you.
That's really wrong shit.
That hits. Wait,
Oh,
wait. Let me check. AC of 2, touch 16.
AC of what?
AC 22,
Oh
touch
yeah, it doesn't
16.
hit then.
Okay. He hit the cloak instead.
Yeah. He nearly jabbed you clean out the air, but he missed.
Okay, let's see. 40, 20 plus 6, okay. My turn.
You hit... who are you targeting, by the way? Goblin or Scorpion?
Goblin.
Okay, you hit.
And this doesn't do sneak attack, because he's aware of me.
You didn't land well enough to position yourself for sneak attack. 12 damage. The Goblin Rider just cries out and falls off from his Scorpion.